Hi folks, how's it going? Welcome to another video. This is going to be the Q&A. Wow. Gotta say guys, really happy with the amount of common comments I got. I've got 15 comments, so that means there's at least 15 questions. You know, I've not read them yet because obviously I like to read them when I'm actually doing the Q&A, so I get put on the spot. But yeah guys, I can't thank you enough for really fantastic stuff. It's going to be a long video, so as always guys, I will put in the description below basically when I answer your questions, so you can just jump straight to your questions without having to watch the whole Q&A. It's actually quite a nice day today. There's a lot of birds outside, so you might hear them cheeping away. We actually went quiet now, so yeah, you might hear it in the background now and again. So yeah guys, let's get the Q&A up. Wow, we're really looking forward to this. So today is the 7th of June, the time of recording this. So I'm not uploading it until about Tuesday, or Monday or Tuesday I would say. Just trying to get my computer's running slow. I'm just trying to get the questions up here, fellas. Now I know what YouTube's like, it's bumming new comment section, so I need to make sure every comment's on this page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, yes, 14. There's 15 comments, but there's 14 people ask me questions by the looks of things. Just had a little quick glance. So I'll start off with the questions that were asked first, judging by the page, the way YouTube's laid this out. So the first question is from Kit101, another good American gamer. Really knows his stuff about games and that, does gameplays, reviews, pick up videos, stuff like that. He really knows his stuff, so I highly recommend checking out his channel. His question is, I see you choose the same day as me. Yeah, I know. Got the idea from mine, I guess. Yeah, a lot of people have been doing women Q&As recently, so I thought, you know, might as well jump aboard, you know. Here is the only one I can think of, if you have one. What is your favourite strategy game? That's an interesting question. I don't really play strategy games, really, to be honest. It's not really a genre that I really like. I don't really like puzzle games or strategy games or anything like that. Does chess count as a strategy game? I'm guessing so. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of strategy games, to be honest. I just don't think I really have that many, you know, strategy games. I don't really play them, to be honest. I'll say chess, but you know, I don't really have a specific chess game either. But yeah, I'm just not really a big fan of strategy games, to be honest. But any chess game, I suppose, would be okay. If there was a battleship game, I don't know. Is there a battleship game? You know, the board game Battleship. That's kind of strategy, isn't it? Anything like that, I would say. But I don't actually have a specific game in my collection. For say, but chess and battleship's okay. Hope I answered your question. I can't really answer it too well because I'm not really a big fan of strategy games. Oh, here we go. Next one is, I noticed the one word hearts here. Anyway, this is JL76 Gaming. Another Scottish gamer. I believe he's from Glasgow. He does podcasts and stuff like that. Really awesome guy. Honest answer here, as I know you're a Hearts fan. Who will win the championship next year or next season? It's got to be Rangers, hasn't it? I mean, you look at the team. The Rangers apparently are after Chris Boyd. Somebody else are after. We're gonna get Kenny Miller back. You know, I mean, the team that have got Rangers, to be honest, they should win. You know, I see Hearts getting second place. I can't really see Hibs getting second place, to be honest, because the way Hibs are playing at the moment is just not really that good. Rangers definitely, I'm not going to lie, I've got to be honest, I would say Rangers, they've got the strongest looking team. So yeah, definitely Rangers, I think. The Hearts, Hibs or Rangers, yeah, it's definitely Rangers, I think. And do you think the Championship will be better than the Premiership? Sorry, that was non-game related. Nah, it's alright. I do like, a wide variety of questions, sports and stuff. Yeah, pretty damn cool. Who do I think do I think it's going to be as good as the Premier League? It probably is actually, you know. I think it's going to be a really, really good contest between, like say, Rangers, Hibs and Hearts. Championship, you know Seattle's going to win the league, you know. It's a given, you know. You know Seattle's going to win the league, but obviously it's going to be a battle for second place between like Motherwell and Dundee United and stuff like that. But for me, the Premier League's not really that exciting because Celtic always run away with the league. It's too one-sided. So I think the Championship's going to be, you know, more exciting, I think, than the Premier League. Obviously, because my team's in it, of course, it does help. But, you know, I just think Rangers, Hearts and Hibs will have a pretty damn good contest to see who's actually going to win the league and gain automatic promotion. So, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be as good as the Premier League, guys, as far as excitement goes. So, yeah, I would say definitely. So, yeah, thanks for the questions, mate. Next questions, I've got 5 questions here from MrJoshiej. Another good friend of mine on YouTube. He's also got a gaming channel. He's doing a blind let's play of Driver 2, which is a bloody fantastic game. You know, he's a really awesome guy, Man United supporter, does like reviews on the Man United games and stuff. So a really awesome guy. Question 1. Would you like to see Sony make Medieval for the PS3 or PS4? Oh my god, I would absolutely love it. You know, I mean, they don't really need to make it like that much, you know, more like better graphical wise. Because you look at Medieval 1 and Medieval 2, they are bloody good games, you know, they are absolute classics, you know. Some of the best like action adventure, I suppose they're action adventure kind of games, you know. What a bloody fun. Love the Medieval games, guys. I'm surprised it took me so long to actually, you know, play through them. But now I've played through them, Medieval 1 and 2, brilliant, and I would just love to see a Medieval 3. Will I think it'll happen or not? I'm not really sure. I'm personally kind of doubtful. But I'm probably going to say it's probably not going to happen, but I would absolutely love it, definitely. Question 2. If you could be a video game character, who would you be? Oh my. Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes. Being able to go at such like high speeds, you could get to your destination really, really fast. You know, in the blink of an eye. So that would be really bloody useful, to be honest. I wouldn't need to take a bus into town or stuff like that. I would just go along with super speed, you know. So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog definitely would be really bloody useful actually. And plus when I've got long hair, I'd kind of suit the Sonic the Hedgehog gimmick anyway. Question 3. What PS1 game do you like the most? It's close, there's a lot of good games, but it's definitely Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which I think's around here somewhere. Can't see it at the moment, but where the hell is it? It's definitely Resident Evil 3. You know, I would show you, but I can't bloody find it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hold on. I'm being unprofessional again. I like to show you games. But yeah, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, case a mess. But this is my favourite game. If it wasn't this, it'd probably be Resident Evil 2. If it wasn't Resident Evil 2, probably Crash Bandicoot 3 maybe? Either Crash Bandicoot 3 or Digimon World. But my favourite game is definitely Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. It's actually one of my favourite games of all time, along with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So yeah, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, my favourite PS1 game. I need to replace that case, don't I? Question 4. Would you like to see the conference premiere in FIFA 15? Yeah, definitely. As far as I'm concerned, the more leagues the better. You know, they've not really, like FIFA, they've not really added any more, you know, interesting leagues over the last couple of years. I mean, what did the Saudi Arabia League? I'm not interested in it. The the Argentinian League, which was alright. I'm not a big fan of the Argentinian League, but you know, it's okay. But they've not really added any other like interesting leagues, and you know, to add more leagues, I think is you know, it'd be a good thing. And as for the English, you know, square bet Prem or conference, whatever you call it, yeah, I think it'd be good. I really would like to see that in the game. It gives you more leagues to play through. I'd also like to see some of the lower Scottish leagues, or at least the Championship. But yeah, I'd definitely love to see the English, square bet, prem, or conference, whatever you call it. Yeah, I would really like to see that in FIFA 15. I know there was rumours about it being in FIFA 14, but it wasn't, they never went along with it. But yeah, I'd love to see it in FIFA 15, definitely. Question 3. Which videos do you enjoy on my channel? Which videos do you enjoy on your channel? It's definitely the Let's Plays on your MrJoshiej gaming channel. You know, I love seeing your Let's Plays like Medieval and Driver 2. You know, I do like your Man United reviews as well, especially your rants. You got some good rants, you do some good rants. And you like throwing things across the room, it's actually really bloody funny. Or, you know, rants about FIFA, I like that kind of thing. My favourite videos on your channel would be, on your gaming channel, would be the Let's Plays. I love your Let's Plays. But as for your normal channel, it would be the FIFA rants. Because they're just bloody fantastic. So, yeah, I hope that's answered your questions, mate. Really good questions. So I really enjoyed them. Next questions are from, how many are here? 8 questions from Stars Gaming, of course, another good friend of mine on YouTube. We talk on Skype all the time, we do trades. Really awesome guy. Got 8 questions. So question 1, would you play through the entirety of the Golden Compass to get your hands on that silly expensive Castlevania game? Oh my. Oh god, yeah. You know, that PS1 Castlevania game, Sympathy of the Night, but I'm £100. I would definitely play for the Golden Compass to get that. I'd play through almost any game to get my hands on that, you know, to save me £100 actually buying that game. So, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, I'd play for the Golden Compass. I'd maybe even play for it twice, just to get my hands on that game. You know, because I would really love to get that game, but I'm not paying £100 for a PS1 game. It's pretty mad. But yeah, to answer your question, definitely. Question 2, when are you going to play Alpha Protocol? Yeah, it's that PS3 game, Alpha Protocol. It's like a shooting RPG or something. I'm not really in a hurry to play it, to be honest. It doesn't look that interesting. I mean, I played it for an hour. Yeah, it did seem pretty decent, you know, but I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. I don't know how long the game is exactly. But if it's a long game, I don't think I'm going to be in that much of a hurry to play through it. You know, not when I've got better games like Mass Effect 2 and, you know, Dragon Age 2, Oblivion, Deus Ex Human Revolution. I've got so many better games than Alpha Protocol, probably. So as for when I'm going to play it, I don't know. No rush, to be honest. Might be this year, might not be this year, but I'm definitely not in a hurry to play through it. Question 3, would you do a dare on a Q&A video? I don't know. Depends what the dare would be. Anyway, question 4, which it's actually tied to question 3. I dare you to eat a teaspoonful of coffee. I've never actually done that before. A teaspoonful of coffee. Do I need wakening up that much? I'll do it. A tablespoon of coffee. I'm going to have to do a little cut here. And we're back. Oh my god. So here we go, we've got, need to clean actually, but we've got coffee. And then we can, I don't want to tip it out, but yeah, it's coffee in there. And my tablespoon. Nah, I'm joking. Yeah, tablespoon, yeah. Oh. Wish it was that one. Common teaspoon, but no, a tablespoon. I don't want to do this. I do not want to do this. It's not a bloody... Oh, for God's sake, that's... Ah, it's more than I thought, man. Look. Oh, it's more than I need to what do you call it? Regroup myself in a minute. Right. I mean, it's coffee, it could be worse. I don't know. It could be worse. cat a minute. Right, I've regrouped myself a little bit. I don't know why I'm so nervous about doing this, to be honest. I mean, it's coffee, it's not chili powder or something. It's not something too bad, is it? But it just seems so big. You know? Tablespoon of coffee. I don't know about this, you know. It's coffee, though. I love coffee. Coffee's awesome. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Mmm. Oh, bloody hell, that's wrong. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, that's horrible, man. Oh, that's terrible. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, that's awful. Ugh. Well, things I do for YouTube, man. Oh, I've got coffee everywhere. I'm missing my mouth with some pieces, by the way. I hope that still counts. Ah, I'm definitely woken up, I tell you. I've got water here somewhere. Where the fuck's my water? Oh, there's more. Yeah. That's better. Oh god. Oh, it's horrible. Anyway, on with the Q&A now that I've woken up. Question 5. Who's worse, Enkelman or Hilarious Gomez? Probably Peter Enkelman. To be honest, I know Hilarious Gomez makes some awful mistakes as well. But Peter Enkelman, I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody had a throw-in. And basically the throw-in ended up going in the back of the net because of Peter Enkelman. He just made a total mess up of things. I mean, Gomez has done some stupid things. Some stupid blunders. Got coffee outside there, yeah I have. He's made some stupid blunders as well, but I think that totally takes the biscuit. So I think Peter Enkelman is definitely, in my opinion, the worst goalkeeper. Definitely, definitely. Ugh. I can still taste that coffee. Question 6. Will you ever let's play that Mr. Bean game? Oh, hell no. I don't even want to own that game. And if anyone doesn't know, guys, Mr. Bean's a PS2 game made by Blast. The same awesome people that brought you Lassie, that brought you Dr. Dolittle, Jumanji, Xena Warrior Princess, and probably some more as well. Some really, really shitty games. They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel with some of those games. Will it ever get the game? No. And will it ever let's play it? Oh, hell no. Nah, I really can't see that happening, but you never know. I might just get it for a laugh. Question 7. What would your 1 million subscriber special be? Come on now, 1 million subscribers, man. Don't know. 1 million subscribers. I'd go absolutely mad if I got 1,000. If I got 1 million subscribers. Even if I got 1,000 subscribers, I'd go mad. But 1 million. I'd probably attempt to blow a backflip off my bed and end up breaking my neck. Or some crap like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Drink a whole bottle of wine in one go. And end up falling asleep doing that. I don't know, I really don't know. But I definitely go absolutely ballistic. In a good way. you know, I'd be really over the moon, really happy. But I'm not really sure exactly what I would do, but something like that. Drink a whole bottle of wine in one go, or do a backflip off my bed and break my neck. Yeah, something like that probably. Question 8. If you could do a video collab with any YouTuber, apart from me of course, who would it be? A video collab? Derek Rants Gaming. Derek Rants Gaming is like the funniest guy I've probably ever seen on YouTube, to be honest, as far as like FIFA video goes. He is just fantastic. You know, to do a collab with him would just be absolutely brilliant. Derek Rants Gaming is bloody awesome. If anyone's not subscribed or anyone doesn't know who Derek Rants Gaming is, he's basically a guy that plays FIFA with a mask on. You know, it's different, you know, it's something unique. And, you know, it kind of brings a unique kind of character to him. You know, he puts his accent on, this can't be his real voice, he puts his voice on. Some really deep voice, and it's just brilliant, you know, just what he does when he rages, when he plays FIFA, when he rages, when he opens up packs and ends up having to discard a really good player, when he does his Russian roulette. Really awesome stuff. I think the way I'm feeling at the moment, I would love to do a video collab with him. You know, I mean, he's getting really popular and in my opinion, really deserves it. So I would probably say, the way I'm feeling at the moment, probably Derek Rants Gaming, definitely. So yeah, thank you very much Mark, or Stars Gaming, for your questions. And your blooming dare as well. I can still taste that coffee, man. Whew. Anyway, moving on. It's horrible. It still tastes horrible. Next question is from somebody I recently subscribed to, Infernikus, an Arsenal fan. He does Let's Plays on his channel. I recently subscribed to him. He's currently doing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Spyro the Dragon, which in my opinion are two really good games. Well, Spyro's really good. Harry Potter was okay, but it got really frustrating towards the end. But yeah, really enjoying watching those Let's Plays that he's doing. And this question is, out of all the games that you've ever played, which of them do you feel is most underrated? That's a good question actually, underrated, oh god. I keep thinking of these games in my head, but they're all really good rated games. Underrated games, huh? Sorry guys, I had to cut the camera a little bit there. Because I really couldn't think of games that were underrated. It's actually taken me quite a while to think about games that I feel that are quite underrated. Games that I don't really hear many people talking about, but I really bloody loved. I've got a few games here, but at the end I'll pick up my favourite one. I've got four PS1 games. I think this was underrated. Soul Blade. I mean, everyone's all talking about Tekken and stuff. But for me, Soul Blade, in my opinion, was my favourite fighting game. It's actually my favourite fighting game of all time, you know. Tekken 3, again, brilliant. But I actually like this better, in my opinion. And I don't think really enough people really appreciate it, to be honest. And I was talking about Tekken 3. But yeah, Soul Blade, really good. Another one is Heart of Darkness on the PS1. A really good game actually. It's actually quite short, it's about 3 or 4 hours long. Really short game. It's like an action adventure platformer with some puzzle elements involved. It's actually a really good game guys, and like I said, I don't think a lot of people really know about this game. I don't really hear many people talking about the game, you know. So Heart of Darkness guys, I think it's really unappreciated really. I'm going to have a Digimon World. This game costs like £20 on eBay now. You know, it's getting quite rare. And but it's a fantastic game guys, it really is. Again, don't hear many people talking about this game. But for me it was definitely a childhood favourite. And a platformer not a lot of people talk about either is Spider in the PS1. Spider is a really good platformer. It gets really tough as well later on in the game. But Spider, guys, really good game in my opinion, and really unappreciated. Don't really see it going around too much either. But out of them, my favourite game that I feel like I absolutely loved, but I feel like it's really unappreciated, really underrated, it was Digimon World. You know, It's not like say not many copies of it anymore. It's like probably it costs like £20 on eBay. Cheapest I've seen it is like £18. But yeah, guys, a really good game. Absolutely love this game to pieces, and yeah, it is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated games of all time. It's actually the most underrated game that I can think of at this moment. So I'm gonna go with Digimon World on the PS1. Absolutely fantastic game, guys. I love it to death. I really do. So yeah, Infernikus, really good question. That actually got me thinking. So yeah, really good question. Really appreciate it. Next question is from ShortFunniesTV. And the question is, who do you think will be the finalists in the World Cup, and who do you think the Dark Horse team will be? Who do I think will be the finalists? Brazil and Germany. I think what a fantastic final that would be. Brazil and Germany, that would be absolutely amazing. A lot of people are saying Argentina. I think Argentina have got a good team. I really do, with Messi, Aguero, Di Maria, Lavezzi. You know, Argentina's got a really good team. But I think Brazil, will get to the final. And yeah, I'm going to go for Germany to be in the final as well. I think that would be an awesome final. And I think that's going to be my prediction for the final. As for the Dark Horse, I'm not really sure. I can't really call Brazil or Germany Dark Horses because, you know, they're really good teams, really good countries. Well, people are saying Uruguay with Suarez and Cavani. And some people are saying Portugal. Portugal is a really good team, especially with Ronaldo in the team. Italy, I don't think so. To be honest, I think Italy's quite poor. But this might come as a shock. But I'm going to say, as a dark horse, I'm going to say Russia. You know, I can't really think of too many awesome Russian players. But for me, I always consider Russia one of those really strange teams that you just never know what to expect from them. Yeah, I always say that about Russia. They don't have any big names, but they always have that surprise factor. They always pull out some like shock results. So for a dark horse, guys, I'm going to actually say Russia. They're quite a dark horse, in my opinion. Russia. So I'm going to say Russia, and for the final, I'm going to say Brazil and Germany. So yeah, really good questions there. Really enjoyed those questions. JL76 Gaming said Switzerland because he got them in a sweep. Switzerland, I don't really think they'll do too well, but you never know, guys. You never know. Next question is from Aaron Martin, and his question is: do you think England will progress through the group stage? I think so. I don't think they'll get far. I mean, personally, I would like to see England and Germany in basically the next round after the groups, and that would be fantastic. I always love to see Germany and England. They always put up a good show. I think they'll get through. Yeah, I think Italy and England will get through. A lot of people are saying England and Uruguay, but even though Italy, I don't think they're really that good. Italy, I do think they'll still get through the group stage. I think Italy might be top, then England, then Uruguay, then the other team. Is it Ecuador? I'm not really sure. But yeah, guys, I'm going to say England will get through, definitely. I would really surprised if they don't, to be honest. So yeah, England will progress through the group stage. Next question is from Joe Scott 44, who's a big wrestling fan and sports maniac in Middlesbrough. His question is: what would you say is the difference between the PS4 and PS3 in terms of graphics? To be honest, it's not too much better. I mean, Killzone Shadowfall, I got that game on launch. It looked absolutely brilliant. But recently I played through Killzone 3 on the PS3, and it didn't look that much, less better graphical wise. Not really, just a little bit. Even though, so I would say it's got the slight edge, graphical wise. It's nothing fantastic, It's not like from PS1 to PS2 or from PS2 to PS3. From PS3 to PS4, there's not really that much difference so far. you know. But I'm sure as the years go on, technology will get better, games will get better looking, and maybe start to see some difference in quality. But for me, the PS3 graphics were good enough. You know, I don't really think they need to get much better as far as I'm concerned. So, so far, graphical wise, it's not really that much of an improvement. But we'll see what happens in a couple of years. But so far, it's not really that much of a difference. Really good question, that, actually. Really interesting question. Next questions are from Ashley. I think commented on a few of my videos there recently as well. Question 1. Who do you think is the best player in the world? Well, Cristiano Ronaldo got the best player in the world. But for me, I still say Messi. I've always said Messi for the last 3-4 years. I've always said Messi. You know, like I say, Ronaldo got the award for being the best player in the world. But obviously Messi was out injured for a couple of months. So that didn't help, did it? Yeah, for me guys, I still think Messi. A lot of people disagree, say Ronaldo. But I still think Messi. Overall, I do think Messi's the better player. As far as I'm concerned, if I had to have a player in my team, it would still be Messi. So, as for the best player in the world, I'm still going to say Lionel Messi. You know, Ronaldo's close, don't get me wrong. But I do still think Messi's slightly better in my opinion. Question 2 is, last meal before you die? Oh, it'll have to be pizza, wouldn't it? A massive pizza. Pepperoni, bumming, you call it, jalapenos, all kinds of spices on it, all that. Absolutely love pizzas, and for my last meal it would have to be a really spicy pizza, because I just love spicy pizzas. So yeah, that's an easy one. Definitely pizza. Question 3, favourite YouTubers? That's another good question. I've got too many women good YouTubers out there as far as I'm concerned. You've got like smaller channels, you've got bigger channels. I could basically name like all the channels I'm subscribed to. There's really like a lot of good channels out there. Both underrated, both, you know, have a low subscriber count and a high subscriber count. As for the high subscriber counted channels, we've got like Derek Rance Gaming, Over the Gun, Necroscope, 86, Ashton, really good guy, like reviewer and stuff, Ashton. Angry Joe's really good. The Nintendo Nerd, the Angry Nintendo Nerd, he's good as well, pretty fantastic stuff. Kikoskia, again really good Let's Plays from Kikoskia. Scottish Duck, I do still like Scottish Duck. I'm trying to think of any more. Just all of those guys are really good. And of course you've got underrated ones like Stars Gaming. You've got, you know, there's just too many, you know. There's too many of my like friends and that on YouTube that I really like. You know, people I talk to on Skype, people I communicate with. You know, really awesome guys. I don't really have any like real, you know, favourites. To be honest, they're all good in my opinion. So that's just some of my favourite YouTubers. Of course, there's like Mr. Plim, MrJoshiej. Like I say, guys, there's too many. There's all my friends on YouTube. Really, everybody I'm subscribed to, guys, I really like, you know. So basically all of them and the ones that I've mentioned as well. There's just too many to name, you know. Question 4. Any videos you really want to make but haven't for some reason? I've always liked to do more like out and about videos, like talking while I'm, you know, out for a walk or something. Or make a video down the street or something. I'd love to do that, but I'm just not confident enough. I just couldn't talk in public to a camera. I mean, I know a lot of like the big channels do that, you know. They have women, they hold a camera when they're down the street with tons of people going around. They just don't care. They make videos in shops, in game shops and that. I don't know how they get the woman courage, to be honest. You know, I mean, especially where I live, because it's quite a small place. I mean, I see people going around and I think, oh, I know that face, I know that face. You know, there's just so many familiar faces, and for them to see me talking to a camera would be really, really embarrassing. I mean, it'd be better if you're in like a big place like Edinburgh or Glasgow, because there's going to be tons and tons of strangers going around, so, it wouldn't like worry me as much to embarrass myself with talking to a camera, but I would love to make videos like that, like down the street, out and about. But I've not got the bottle. I'm too nervous for that kind of thing, to be honest. I wouldn't like to talk to a camera in public, even though I would really like to do that. So I would have to say that for videos that I'd like to make, but I haven't got around to doing it, because I've just not got the blooming courage, to be honest. Question 5. Who will be the highest scorer in the World Cup? Oh my god. That's a tough one. Depends how far Uruguay get, because Suarez could be a contender. Argentina, we have Messi and Aguero, obviously both contenders as well. I'm going to take a stab in the dark, and I'm going to say Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going to say that. Cristiano Ronaldo as a outside bet, I suppose you could say. I think it'll be an outside bet. Yeah, I'm going to say Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say Ronaldo. Yeah, real good questions there. Really enjoyed those ones. So thanks very much. Next questions are from Jared Wyllie. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. And his questions are: what has been your personal favourite video in your channel so far? My personal favourite video? That's an interesting one. I don't really have a favourite video, really. I'm just trying to think of some silly ones that I've done in the past. I like my April Fool's joke, you know. I'm praising myself, but I actually really liked my April Fool's joke. I actually quite liked the video I first did when I got my PS4 as well. That was okay. Yeah, I'll probably say the April Fool's joke video, the one where I sold my channel for 2 Mars bars. I sold my channel for £1 and got 2 Mars bars with that £1. You know, I don't know why I made that video. I just wanted to make an April Fool's joke, and that was really the first thing that came into my head. So I'm probably going to say my April Fool's joke. If you haven't seen it yet, guys, I highly recommend checking it out. I know my acting was probably terrible, but I really enjoyed making that video, so I'll probably say that one. Next question is... Oh no, that's the only question he's asked, sorry. Yeah, thank you very much for the question. That's a really good question. I don't think I've ever been asked that question before. So yeah, really good question. Next is from a person that comments on my videos quite a lot as well. He's got 8 questions, and it is LFC Gamer. So thanks again for doing another Q&A, mate. Here are a bunch of random questions. So yeah, let's get stuck in with this. Question 1. What Premier League team would you support if Arsenal didn't exist? Sorry guys, I got an itchy nose. That's an interesting question. It wouldn't be any of the big clubs. It wouldn't be like Liverpool or Chelsea or Man City or United or anything like that. Going by the Premier League at the moment, it would probably be Hull. You know, because my mum was originally from Hull. And you know, I don't know why, I've always had like a soft spot for Hull. If Blackpool had been in the Premier League, however, I would have said Blackpool, because I just love Blackpool. But as for at the moment, I would say Hull, because I like Hull. Hull's good, in my opinion, the Tigers. I've always had a soft spot for them. So yeah, if Arsenal didn't exist, I would support Hull. Well, I really do like Hull. Question 2. Who do you think is better? Who do you think is a better left mid at Arsenal? Mark Overmars or Robert Perez? Oh my god. Two legends. Absolute legends at the club. For me, I would probably say Overmars. Like I say, it's really difficult to choose because they're both fantastic players. But Overmars, he was so fast, he was so strong. But so was Perez as well. But for me, there was just something about Overmars that I really liked. And yeah, I don't really have too much to say, to be honest, but I think I would say Overmars slightly, but Perez, he was fantastic as well. But I'm going to say Overmars. Right, well, during the Q&A, my phone actually froze. So I ended up losing about 4 or 5 minutes worth of data. and I missed out on, because of this, I missed out on 2 of LFC Gamer's questions. So I'm just editing the video at the moment, and then I just noticed that 2 of those questions were basically, missing from the Q&A. So I'm answering them now for LFC Gamer. The first one was, what is your least favourite Inspire the Dragon? So I think you've missed a word out there. Least favourite Inspire the Dragon. So I'm going to answer 2 different questions. I'm going to answer least favourite Inspire the Dragon game and least favourite levels in Inspire the Dragon. And hopefully one of them will actually be the question that you were meaning. So my least favourite Inspire the Dragon game is probably Inspire the Dragon Hero's Tale on the PS2. Just because I didn't really play it too much. I got it about 5 or 6 years ago probably. Played it for a little while, got a bit lost in it, and I was like, this isn't really for me. I've been a huge fan of Spyro 1, Spyro 3 on the PS1. Going to the Hero's Tale on PS2, I just didn't really enjoy it too much. So that's probably my least favourite Spyro the Dragon game. Even though I've played it recently, it doesn't seem too bad. But as for my least favourite Spyro the Dragon game, I'd probably have to say Spyro Hero's Tale. And my least favourite levels in the Spyro the Dragon games, my 2 least favourite are basically in Spyro the Dragon 1, you've got a level called the Treetops. So basically in the treetops there's like supercharges everywhere, so yeah, you go all over the place. It's a really difficult level. I mean, especially if you're going for all the gems in that area, it is a bit of a nightmare, But if you're just going through the level without getting all the gems, it wouldn't be too difficult. But the fact you've got to find all these gems and you just die so easily in that level, that's probably my least favourite level in Spyro the Dragon, in the first Spyro. And then in Spyro 3 you've got the Haunted Tombs, which you've got the tank minigame. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of the level itself, because it's got like riddles and things. I don't really find the level that interesting. But the fact that it's got the tank minigame, it just makes the level a hell of a lot worse, frustrating, and really difficult as well, the tank minigame. Again, if you're not going for all the dragon eggs, it doesn't matter because you can skip it. But yeah, it is a nightmare if you're trying to get 100% game completion, or 120%, whatever it goes up to. But out of them, I think I'm going to go for the treetops in Spyro 1. Yes, the Spyro 3 tank minigame in the Haunted Tombs can be really annoying, but overall, I do think the treetops in Spyro 1 are worse. So, that's just my opinion. Both really bad, really annoying levels, really difficult levels. But I'm going to say the treetops in Spyro 1. So yeah, LFC Gamer, I hope that answered your question. If those 2 questions weren't what you were asking, just leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me what the actual question was, and I'll reply to you and I'll answer it by comment. And his second question was, my arm's getting so hard on the camera. His second question that I missed out was, have you played the Jak and Daxter series? And surprisingly, no, I haven't actually played the Jak and Daxter series. I don't know why. I've not even played like Sly Raccoon and stuff. I've missed out on quite a lot of PS2 platformers. Considering I'm quite a big, platforming fan. I mean, Ratchet and Clank on the PS2, I've never actually played a PS2 Ratchet and Clank game. Platforming for me was more on like PlayStation 1 and like Sega Mega Drive and things. I didn't really own that many platformers on PS2. So no, I've never played the Jak and Daxter games. I hear they're quite good. I would like to give them a shot at some point, definitely. I think there's a HD collection on the PS3, so I think I would probably get the HD collection rather than buying all the PS2 games. So yeah, Jak and Daxter, I've never played it, but it is definitely a series that I'd quite like to get into at some point, because they do look really, really interesting. And they're platformers. I love platformers, so yeah, I'll definitely give them a shot at some point. And yeah, that's the 2 questions that I missed out. And his next question, which I'm about to answer in the Q&A, we'll jump straight back to the Q&A, and it was, which Disney movie is my favourite? Yeah, that's actually quite a tough one to answer. It'd probably be the original Toy Story. That was brilliant. Toy Story 2 was quite good as well. Toy Story 3 was good as well. But I think the original Toy Story is probably the best. It's a Disney Pixar movie. So I'm guessing that counts as Disney. So yeah, I'm going to say the original Toy Story. Just brilliant characters. Woody, Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, just really good in my opinion. So yeah, Toy Story definitely. Question 6. What was your worst ever defeat on FIFA? Oh my god. Single player? I think it was about 5-1. Online, it was about 11-2, I think. I think it was 11-2. My worst ever defeat online was 11-2. This guy had Messi and Ronaldo. He had a bloody beast of a team. And he kept doing all these skills. I actually couldn't tackle him. He was impossible to bloody tackle. And I'm surprised I ended up actually scoring 2 goals against him. But yeah, I remember getting beat 11-2. And that just frustrated the hell out of me. So that is my biggest defeat on FIFA. Online. Offline, like I say, is about 5-1. The computer doesn't really score as many goals as, well, that woman guy had all the woman's skills anyway. But yeah, overall, the biggest defeat was about 11-2 online on Ultimate Team. And that bloody made me annoyed, I tell you. Question 7. Which channel did you prefer growing up with? Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? It's really easy. Cartoon Network. Just absolutely loved it. Had Danger Mouse on it. Dexter's Laboratory. The Hair Bear Bunch. There's tons. And Cow and Chicken, I think, was Cartoon Network as well. Yeah, I didn't really watch too much Nickelodeon, to be honest. I'm trying to think who was all on Nickelodeon. Was that Rugrats and things? Yeah, I think it was Rugrats and that. Watched quite a bit of Rugrats actually when I was younger as well. But for me it was always Cartoon Network. Danger Mouse is one of my favourite cartoons of all time. And yeah, just really good in my opinion. So yeah, without a doubt, Cartoon Network. Johnny Bravo as well. I used to like Johnny Bravo. So yeah, definitely Cartoon Network. Question 8. That's actually a really good question, actually, that one. Question 8. Out of these 2 teams, which one do you dislike the most? Leeds or Mid-Wall? Did I say Mid-Wall? Sorry about that. Leeds or Millwall? I don't really dislike Millwall, but I dislike their fans. Their fans, in my opinion, are complete bloody arses, to be honest. No offence to anybody watching this that are Millwall fans. I mean, like the hooligans, the football hooligans that are at the games, end up, attacking people, beating people up, stabbing people. You hear a lot of bad things about Millwall. But the club itself, guys, I'm not really a disliker of the club itself. It's just the supporters. As for Leeds, I'm not really sure about their supporters. I don't really hear too much about them. But I wouldn't say I dislike either club, to be honest. But who did I dislike the most? Overall, I'm probably going to say Millwall. I don't really dislike them too much, but out of the 2, I think I do slightly prefer Leeds United. So yeah, I'm going to say the one that I dislike the most out of those 2 are slightly Millwall. Just slightly though. Some really good questions there actually. I really enjoyed answering them. So yeah, thanks very much, mate. So we have the last 2 sets of questions now. Next questions are from Astro Nadal 94. Again, never a long time subscriber and often comments on my videos, so I really appreciate it. First question is, what's your favourite game of all time? I've got it here. Oh yeah, here you go, I moved it. Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. It was either going to be this or Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Sega Mega Drive. Only because that was one of my best games growing up. One of the first games I played really was Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. So yeah, it's Sonic 2 and this game. As for what one to choose, it'd probably be this, but they're both absolutely fantastic games, guys. But there's just something about Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. It's just a place in my heart for this game. So I'm probably going to say Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. It was either going to be that or Sonic 2. But there's not much between the 2 games, just really fantastic games. Question 2. Who is your favourite game character ever? Favourite game character? Who am I? Quite a lot of favourite game characters, to be honest. I'm trying to think of specific ones. Obviously, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Leon Kennedy, Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. There's Albert Wesker, who I'm probably going to choose. There's something about Albert Wesker that I just absolutely love. You know, it's those sunglasses. I'm telling you guys, it's those sunglasses. I just absolutely love Albert Wesker from Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil Code Veronica X, Resident Evil 5, slightly in Resident Evil 4 as well. Yeah, Albert Wesker, guys, he's a bad guy, but in my opinion, he's one of the best bad guys of all time. If not the best bad guy of all time. And probably my favourite video game character of all time as well. Just absolutely love Albert Wesker. Tell you guys, it's that suit and those sunglasses, I tell you. But I'm going to say Albert Wesker. But like I say, there's so many game characters that I like, especially from Resident Evil. But yeah, I'm going to say Albert Wesker. Has any game ever shocked you? Something that made you go, holy crap, etc. I'm not really sure. Holy crap. I'm trying to think, but I don't really think I can think of anything at the moment. I could pause the camera and think of something. I think I'll pause the camera. It's getting darker here now, isn't it? Yeah, I've actually thought of something. It didn't actually take me too long to think of something, but there was this PS2 game called Haunting Ground. You know? And it's a creepy game. You know, the game is actually quite bloody sick, to be honest. It's really strange. I actually don't have the game on me at the moment, but because I gave it to my auntie about 3 years ago, and I've not actually she's not actually played it yet, so I've not actually got it with me at the moment because she's got it. But yeah, Haunting Ground. There were so many moments in that game that made me go, holy crap. You know, it's slightly disturbing as well. You know, because it's all about the main character, Fiona Belly. And she's got this thing inside her called an Azov, which is actually her womb. So, yeah, I'm sure you know where this is bloody going, guys. And basically, throughout the whole game, you're getting stalked by these stalkers. I think they're called stalkers or psychopaths or something like that. They get stalked with these characters because they all want her Azov. They all want into her womb. You know where this is going, guys. So for me, it was actually quite shocking, quite disturbing, over the top, creepy. And yeah, for me, guys, there was just so many moments in that game that made me go, I suppose you could say, holy crap, you know, just quite disturbing, you know. I mean, feel free to look at gameplays of it and stuff, but that's the story's a bit weird, but I think that's basically the way of the story. Trying to get her Azov, you know. I mean, the last stalker, actually the second last stalker you fight, the guy's called Ricardo. And basically he's trying to get eternal life. And obviously he needs to be reborn using Fiona. So yeah, you know where this is going, guys. It is quite disturbing. It is quite a sick story. But at this point you meet him and he actually shouts at you, and during the cutscene he's like, "Let me into your womb." So you know what I mean, guys. That is probably the most shocking experience I've had playing the game. The most shocking moment probably. It's just so unexpected. You know, you just don't think the game can get any more sick and disturbing, and then that happens. So I'm probably going to say that. As you can probably tell, guys, it does sound quite disturbing and quite sick. So yeah, I'm going to say that, guys, without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, really interesting question. Yeah, really enjoyed that question, actually. Next question is, you have 20 pence. Do you buy a piece, just one, of everlasting, constant flavoured chewing gum, or a flump? Probably chewing gum, actually. You know? It gives you something to chew on over and over and over again. And constant flavour. It's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to say chewing gum, guys. One piece of chewing gum. If it's everlasting as well, it's just absolutely brilliant. You know, you can chew on it until the cows come home. Basically, you can chew on it as much as you want, and it gives you something to chew when you're playing the game. Whereas a flump, well, it doesn't last forever, does it? Yeah, I'm going to say chewing gum. Definitely chewing gum. Next question is, if you could change one thing in the entire world, what would you change? Oh my god. Good question. Bloody good question. It's one of those questions that's really going to get me thinking. Sorry guys, it's getting really dark in here as well. I'm sorry about that. One thing I could change. Again, I'm really struggling to think of, you know, things at the moment. I really can't think of anything, to be honest. There's probably tons of things, but being put on the spot, I really can't think of anything at the moment, to be honest. I really can't think of anything, to be honest. But the way I'm feeling at the moment, I would probably say just ban smoking, like altogether. I mean, a lot of people that are watching this video that smoke are going to be bloody pissed off at me, like. But I absolutely hate smoking. You know, I mean, they've brought in this rule about, you know, smoking in public places, which I think is absolutely fantastic. You know, you can actually go into a pub and stuff now without having to breathe in horrible smoke. Secondhand smoke's almost as, well, it's just as bad as smoking, really, because you're inhaling it as well. You know, so I would probably say just ban smoking altogether, take them off the shelves, never see the cigarettes again. You know, I mean, people would get horrible cravings and probably cause havoc. But I just hate it, guys, you know. I mean, you can't, like, smoke in, like, bus shelters and that, which is absolutely brilliant. And I was pissed off the other day. The last time I actually got on a bus, which was about 2 weeks ago, and there's people actually smoking outside the bus shelter. And they're like, ooh, smoking in a public place. Ah, look at this, I'm outside the bus shelter, I can smoke all I want. Ha ha ha. You know, they're being a bit, you know, stupid about it, to be honest. Trying to find a loophole in the blooming law. You know, it kind of pissed me off, to be honest. I didn't say anything, obviously, because it was one of my mum's friends, so I didn't really want to say anything. But yeah, I would say ban smoking altogether, guys. I hate smoking. You know, I've never tried smoking. I'll never try smoking. Too expensive, and it's bad for you. You know, hate it. So I'm gonna say ban smoking. But I could probably think of something better, but at the moment I really can't. So I'm going to say ban smoking. Definitely. So yep, some really good questions there as well. Next question is from David Gray. This is actually the last set of questions. And the first question is, what's your most played game ever and why? My most played game ever? Oh my. It's probably Football Manager on PC. I mean, I look at my stats for that game, it's like over 1,800 hours. I mean, I don't sit and play it for that amount of time. I always have it like running in the background. But, you know, it's always there for me to, you know, to have a shot of every now and again, you know. That's probably one of the most played games of all time. Football Manager, especially 2012. I've spent a lot of time in 2013 as well, but probably Football Manager 2012. I mean, if I'm watching something on telly, I like to do something at the same time, because I actually find watching telly quite boring. I like to have my mind occupied in something else as well, so I always have Football Manager on. So yeah, Football Manager 2012 I think is probably one of the most, you know, played games for me, either that or 2013. But as far as console games go, I spent a lot of time with LMA Manager 2007, so it's all Football Manager games really, isn't it? And of course football, like FIFA games as well, get a lot of playing time as well. But I'm probably going to say Football Manager, especially Football Manager 2012 on PC. Why? Because I don't know why, it's just really addictive, and you know, it's just really fun, like managing your own team. And I just like how the game's never ending. As you could go like 100, 200 years and the game would still go on. because the game regenerates new players, you know, which is just another thing that I really like about Football Manager. Question 2, favourite food? It's pizza. I absolutely love pizza, especially spicy pizzas, like have pepperoni on it, jalapenos, you know, a whole load of like spicy peppers and things. It's definitely my favourite food. Put some chips along with it and it's just brilliant. But yeah, pizza. Absolutely love pizza, especially spicy ones. If you could go anywhere on holiday, where would you go and why? I've always wanted to go to Italy, to Milan. I've always wanted to maybe go and see, you know, the AC Milan, Inter Milan stadium. It just looks brilliant. To have a tour around that stadium, to be in that stadium, to have a tour back, like in the back and stuff, see the whole stadium. It would just be absolutely fantastic, guys. I mean, I like Italian foods, pizzas, pastas, you know, stuff like that. Just really a big fan of Italy, and I would really like to go to Italy. Again, it'd be really expensive, and I don't really fancy going on a plane, to be honest. I don't fancy getting a passport. It's all really expensive stuff. But yeah, guys, I would probably say Italy to Milan to see the football stadium, and you know, just to try out some Italian foods and things. You know, I think it'd be really awesome. Next question is, what is the most wanted free games that you don't own yet? Oh my god, that's a brilliant question. Sorry guys, it's getting extremely dark. It's getting more and more dark. Just trying to think, to be honest. I'm going to say, on the PS3 anyway, I'm going to say Resident Evil Revelation. Obviously because I'm a big Resident Evil fan, and I don't actually have Revelation yet. I played the demo, and it was a really enjoyable demo actually. Really enjoyed it. But it's still about £12. So I'm not really that bothered about getting it until it's slightly cheaper. I know if I do pay £12, I know I'm going to get the time out of it. I know I really am. I'm going to play through it a couple of times probably. But I still don't really want to pay £12 for it at the moment. So I'm going to say Resident Evil Revelation. I'm probably going to say The Last of Us on the PS3. There was a rumour about it maybe getting a HD remake for the PlayStation 4, which is absolutely brilliant. I'll just wait and get it on the PS4 if that's the case. But yeah, I'm going to have to say that's on my list, guys, The Last of Us, because it just looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm probably going to say Grand Theft Auto 5, or GTA 5. Again, that's rumoured to be on the PS4 as well. They're going to remake it, you know, give it a HD, you know, remake, whoever it is. I don't really know how they can improve it much more, but apparently that's the case. So we'll see what happens at E3, whether it gets a remake for the PS4. But yeah, I'm going to say that's my 3 games, guys. Resident Evil Revelation, because I'm a big Resident Evil fan, and the game looks really good. The Last of Us, because it looks absolutely fantastic, and it's by Naughty Dog, you know, same people that brought Uncharted, so it's going to be brilliant. And GTA 5, because Grand Theft Auto games, there's so much you can do, and the game just looks really good in my opinion. So that's probably my 3 most wanted games at the moment. And he says, thanks for answering, mate. Keep up the videos, I really enjoy watching. Thanks very much, mate. Really appreciate the kind words. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the answers to your questions as well. Thank you for the questions as always. Thank you to everybody that left questions, guys. It's been quite a long video. My mouth's starting to get a bit bum and dry. I need to get a drink from bum and talking so much. Like I say, it's getting really dark in here. I need to turn the light on. I should really turn the light on during the Q&A, but it's just got increasingly dark over the last 20 minutes wrong. So my apologies for that, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the Q&A anyway, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Witch, you know, the dare, which was the bumming teaspoon, or sorry, the tablespoon full of coffee. That was a bloody nightmare. But anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all in the next video. If you like the Q&A, guys, let me know, and I might do one next month, or in the next couple of months, because I really enjoy answering your questions, guys. It's really fun in my opinion. And yeah, guys, keep up the awesome support, guys. Really appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See you guys. Thanks for watching, guys, and just really appreciate all your comments and questions.